Good morning. Good morning and welcome back to another live and another morning tea. I hope that you all doing well and كنتمنى تكونوا نعستوا مزيان. كنتمنى كنتمنى تكونوا نعستوا مزيان. كنتمنى تكونوا نعستوا مزيان. Actually, this is the literal meaning, but what it means is like I hope that you had a good night of sleep. كنتمنى تكونوا نعستوا مزيان and this is plural. أما good morning جوانا صباح الخير جوانا كي دايرة لاباس عليك كلشي مزيان who is with us is everyone still asleep I know it's like for some people like this is like pretty early and for some others is like still late. I think in the States is late, in India is like already like midday, in some place in Morocco and like some people don't really wake up at around this time, but we're trying our best. لاباس عليكم كلشي مزيان. So the weather today actually is great. It's like very sunny. It's like very nice. I'm absolutely going to go out after that. Okay, so actually I was like reading what's happening in Morocco, and there is like nothing extreme when it comes to Corona. It's still the same situation. And the economy actually is like got back like in 0.1%. I think like I don't know if it's like nothing like we can say like it's a good thing, but I think like in the whole world like dealing with this like right now, so it's like really really bad. Salam. Yeah, I woke up late yesterday. It happens. Like for me, same. Like sometimes, like I wake up pretty early like you can never imagine. Like I sometimes wake up at 4 a.m. and sometimes I would wake up at 5. For today, I was like pretty lazy, so I woke up at 6:30. So فقت مع 6:30 فقت بخير الحمد لله. But I slept good. نعست مزيان. أليسن صبحت فرحانة كي صبحتي. الحمد لله صبحت مزيان فقت بخير I can say that بخير like الجو اليوم زوين بزاف الجو اليوم زوين بزاف في المغرب و مشمش كلشي مشمش like everything's like sunny like really nice زوين بزاف. Yeah, guys, do you have you can share with me like what is the weather in like in England this morning في هاد الصباح كي داير الجو في England بريطانيا واش الجو زوين ما بيش شوية مشمش بارد شتا like it's mean winter الشتا is like raining sorry. Actually like they are still like did not allow like people to come in Morocco, but what happens like they are like going to to let the economy like go in, but for people from the state they're still not allowed to come to Morocco yet. So there is like a list of like the countries that can come and the others that we can't. They are like trying to stop like people like they are trying like to really be safe and not let like corona come in and like started all over again. So they are like still like putting like how I say it, like limits, like so that like people not like going to come from Spain, for example, from the States. Um, they are like just like trying like to make it like a very small list. And I think it's like starting from today is Wednesday, right? Starting from Wednesday, they are like letting like people to come in, but it's like just like it's like how to say it, like 15 like country. Yes, right. That it doesn't stop me from coming to Morocco from my wedding in September. Uh, uh, Banksvilla, like where are you from? I never asked you actually. Like, are you from this state or Kevin? Liuma, Scotland, bird, scared. Liuma, Scotland. You either you say like this, Liuma or Lium. Oh yeah, Atlanta. I didn't know. I hope so. Like they would like openness. It's just like they are like trying to be. Yes, Atlanta in Georgia. Yes, I think they are like it's just like not like now, because the reason like why they are not letting that, because what's happening in the states, and no people not like careful about like corona, like they are not like doing like being like very safe. Yeah, we hope so. The reason I don't know, like the people in state like they are always careful about these things, but I see like they are like doing protests and all of that, and I don't know if like they are like safe to do that. Yeah, this is what I'm like, what I mean, like what I see on TV and all of that. They are like not wearing mask. They are like going like a lot in groups and all of that. So I was like very surprised. And I know like that's like Americans, that they are like very smart, and they are very careful and want to stay healthy and all of that. So it was like very surprising for me that everything happened too fast after what happened with that you know American guy. And I was just surprised. It's like everything went out of control. I know it's like very sad, and they can still like talk, and let their voice come and say that's not okay and all of that, but can be online because you don't want your family to be hurt. You don't want like people to be hurt. That's like very, it's like I see what's happening and I can understand. Yeah, it's like a lot's going on over there, and yeah, I'm really like praying for them. Like I know I love Americans. They are like very nice, very smart, and all of that. It's just I hope that they will stay safe. That they will see like okay, um, our orange president. That guy, I don't think he's going to be president next year. I don't think so. If he's going to be president next year, I would be very surprised. I don't think what's happening now is like for his good, and it was like surprise. Okay, so he's not wearing mask, and it seems like he doesn't care. Um, I don't know what's wrong with him. I could see it like different. It was like someone else. I'm really praying for all of you. I know like you really want like to come to Morocco, and people like either like having weddings or like they want to see their boyfriends, girlfriends, and it's like really hard. It's like absolutely hard. Like I can only imagine. Salam Mary. لاباس عليك? Yeah, but like already like it's been like 3 months now. It's like it sounds like a very long period. It seems like okay, so everyone were excited about 2020, 2020 in a new year, new generation, new this, new that, and everyone like was like very excited about it. And Corona came and everything changed, and people had plans. Like I know like a lot of people had like too many plans and they wanted like to visit some places. So they either stuck outside of Morocco or inside of Morocco. So it's like really hard. So people, but like no one, like there is like not like official announcements like on like when they're going to open the border again. Um, but I think like it's not going to be long. When I finally get to this. Ah yes, okay, so okay, so you're going to Fest. I didn't know. Okay, so if you're going to go to Fest, okay, expect something. I can't really see your picture. If you're going to be blonde, if you are blonde, they're going to keep like staring at you, like staring, and not because they don't like you or anything. It's just because they are staring like at foreigners. If they will think someone is like not Moroccan, they just like staring at them because like this is someone new. If you're not, they are still going to look at you if you're going to wear anything like short in like short dresses or all of that. They just like keep staring, like they will keep like looking at you, which is like weird and not comfortable. And there is some places in face that you have to be careful, about like your money and all of that. But other than that, it's like nice. If you've been there before, you would know like what I'm talking about. Yes, actually, like they just something about Moroccans. I don't know why they do that, but they just like to stare at people, especially guys. They just like keep looking. It's not like because they of anything. It's just they like to stare at people and look at them. They like people. But sometimes it's like become like uncomfortable that like you're walking and people like looking at you. Or you're just like sitting somewhere and they're still like looking at you. But at least like it's not happening in some places. Yes, so concerning yesterday, if you guys have any question, like please, like I would be happy to give you any information about like the culture, about anything. Already the morning tea talk is more about like Morocco and culture and everything. And the focus is not just on the focus is not just on the language. I can't talk this morning. But the next one is like more about the culture, like language. So if you are confused about anything, you can ask me. I would like explain because I know like when like cultures are different, people don't really understand like why these people do this or why like they think in this way. It's there's always an answer. There's always an answer. Adjusting to the culture over here is, I wouldn't say it's like really hard when you know what's like how people think. Especially like with old people like they are like, even like for us as young generation, we are like treating old people like in a specific way because they might find anything rude, and we try our best like just to. Yeah, I was going to write something. Yeah, I was like going to answer Kevin. You said Liuma, Scotland. You would say Scotland, Berda. Scotland, Berda. Today, Scotland is good. Okay. So the reason why is because Scotland we is like Dula, so we have to say Berda, and bird is like the cold. It's like bird, like cane bird. You will use the cane. If you want to use it like with the word bird, you have to say cane bird. Cane bird. There is cold kind of. Um, yep. So this is how you would write it. Okay, so Scotland. I like Scotland. I think I watched like some movies and they were like shot in like Scotland, and the nature like looks so beautiful. But yes, how is the weather in Atlanta, Bang? كده الجو في أتلانتا. Atlanta. Oh, I don't know how to. Atlanta, probably. If I'm pronouncing it like in Georgia. Okay. Yeah, Mary, salam. I'm sorry. I don't know if like it said salam back, but salam. كي دايرة لاباس عليك؟ كي صبحتي اليوم؟ I know I'm taking fast because like we said that like too many times. Really? Yes, okay. If anyone new with us today, you can always like comment on the comment section so that we can know that you're new. We can help you understand new things, and also to tell us about like your level and all of that. You can ask in the morning tea talk. You can ask any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Anything that you are confused about, either about pronunciation, about that. When you don't have questions, of course, I just like uh, give like any lesson either in pronunciation or like new words that you need to know. But actually in this morning, um, like I used a proverb like with my sister, and I didn't like wrote it like either in the live that I done before. No, so it's not the live, the video that I already like uploaded and the video that I already created. So was and I told her like فطرتي حتى عييتي. سمتي حتى عييتي صمتي حتى عييتي غادي تفطري ببسلة. So basically, she was like talking to me, like she told me like with the new guy, like she's talking with like a new guy, and he wants to talk to her, and something. Okay, let me first like write it. You fasted till you get tired, then you sleep, you broke the fast with an onion. Okay, so this is going to be a very, 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 funny proverb. So, so here, like, I give it like in like if you are talking to a female, if you're going to talk to a male, you have to say صمتي حتى عييتي وغادي تفطر ببصلة. So it's just like the verb like فطر فطرتي, yeah. غادي تفطري غادي تفطر, you would add the I. So which means like you fasted till you get tired. Okay, so tired. So you got tired and then you broke the fast with an onion. What does that mean? She's like okay, so my sister is older than me by 3 years, and she doesn't have a boyfriend, and she wants to get married, but she's like very picky with the guys, very very picky, and she wants him like in a certain way, look in a certain way, be religious, but be given, and and be responsible and all of that. So I want, and she doesn't want to like to work out like after marriage. So she wants like to be like a housewife. So she have like a very uh, detailed list that she wants like on a man. So in this morning she was happy. Oh, there is like a new guy talk to me, and I told her okay. And she likes like good looking guys, and I was like, okay, is he look good looking? Because this is like number one for her. And I was like, she was like, yes. And I was like, does he have a good job? Because this is like for her is a priority. And she told me, no, he's working for a company and he's not getting like much. And then I was like, where does he live? And she showed me like in a small city, kind of like a village. And I was like, and then she start like to tell me like what they think and all of that. And I know that she's always like starts a relationship, and then she would discover that he doesn't have enough money to support both of them, and she will break up with them. So I was like, سمعتي حتى عيطتي وغادي تفطري ببصله, because she told me, you know what, like I'm going to move to that city, like that small city, and I'm going like to marry and live with him. So I told her, سمعتي حتى عيطتي, like you fasted till you got tired وغادي تفطري ببصله, which mean like you've been waiting for so long for your dream guy, and in the end you're going to marry someone totally the opposite. So this like proverb, you would use it when someone who's like waiting and refuse to accept something because he's waiting for something better than that, and in the end he's like accepting something which he never wanted, and he like not going to like, but he still accepted it in the end. So this is like a very good proverb. It's like nice, fun. You can say it to anyone, and it's like a, nice way of talking. And this is like it comes like really like natural. So it's like a really part of language. So we don't always like talk like straight. So we do use proverbs. So that's what does proverb mean. If you want to use it, that's good. So the pronunciation is samti, 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 ta'yiti, which means like you fasted. Tell, ta is tell, you get tired. وغادي, and you will تفطري بصلة. You will like break the fast. تفطري is like to break the fast in that sentence. بصلة with onion. So I like this. Like this. So can you say the proverb again? Yes. صمتي حتى عيتي وغادي تفطري بصلة. But if you are like saying it to a man, make sure to get rid of the I in فطرتي. So she started like laughing, and I was like, so that's me like no, because I know how it's going to end. Okay, so I'm like just writing how you're going to say it to a man. صمتي حتى عيتي وغادي تفطر بصلة. تفطر. For girl you say تفطري. Okay, it's like really funny one, and it's like nice sometimes from here and there, like using proverbs. They are like nice. There is also like one proverb I remember now. Like my mom was like, she was like always saying it, like, and I used like to love it. She would like say, عيط لأمك بالراقدية. It comes actually from a joke, and it's like a little story, like little funny story. And they put like one is like they took that one sentence and they started to use it in like a real life. So which mean like this is literally mean call your mom while you're lying down. So عيط لأمك بالراقدية, and عيط is like to call. لأمك is like to your mom. بالراقدية, راقدية is like while you are like lying down. So, excuse me. When like when you're going to use this proverb, is like when you use it like someone who wants to do like a specific action, but he's doing the opposite, and he's like not. For example, if like okay, let me see. It's like when my mom wants to use it, like she was like seeing that all like when you are like lazy to do something and someone asks you to do something and you're not doing it. I have to give an example so that you know like when to use it. Okay, so let's assume you were talking about like starting a new workout, and like tomorrow, and you said like, okay, mama, or like, okay, like you take it to whoever you are talking to, like I'm going to start working out, and then like a few minutes later, you like started like eating junk food and all of that, and you were like, I ate lamok, which mean like if you want to call your mom, you have like to stand up and go and call it, or like call it, not like doing it while you are asleep. So, or half asleep. So what do you mean? Like when you are doing something, saying that you're going to do something, but you don't really do it. You are just like, doing the opposites. Or like, for example, when you want to, for example, like to say like, I'm going to fix something, and what you do is the opposite, and you will do it like messed up, and you will tell you, which means like you're not doing it right. But actually, it's confusing. I don't know, like if you're going to be able to use it in the right way. But the first one I gave, you can use it all the time. It's like really nice. Actually, proverbs, they are like very nice because they come like from like stories from the past and all of that, and it's make the conversation enjoyable. Okay. Okay. So is the Wi-Fi good? You guys hear me well? I'm going to check actually. Okay. Actually, even like in Morocco, there is like some proverbs. There is like a proverb, like for people who are like selling like the fish, and like the grand taxi in Morocco, like they had like a proverb because they had like, sorry, proverb. I was like thinking about proverb. They are like doing a proverbs because they told them like they it should not carry more than 3 people, and is it going to be like 7 dirhams? So it's not going to be working for the taxi drivers and not going to make money. So they are like they don't want like to work, so that like it's going to help them. There is a like proverb or a sentence to say when you didn't see a person for a time and you are so happy to see her or him. A proverb sentence. Not sure. I'm not sure. So like really like when we don't see like someone for a very long time. We don't really we are like happy to see them and all of that, but like we just like do it by action, and I can hug them and all of that. And just like asking about like what's been up, and talking about like all topics and all of that. But I'm going to talk about it because there are like way too many proverbs, and some of them that we use like all the time because they are like daily ones, and some of them like we rarely use them. For example, if it was like something about like traveling on or something like that. But actually, in Morocco, most of proverbs are criticism proverbs, or about food, or about like people, like or life proverbs. Yeah, but I'm going to think about it, guys. If you have any questions, please ask. Since like the Wi-Fi is good now, we can like talk about like many topics, and we can do that freely without having to think about like the voice is going to go or anything. So it's like really nice to have like a live without having to think about like the problems and all of that. So sorry, I'm like just like closing some things over here. Okay. Yeah, just like so this. Okay, so and proverb like lel by lel and none in English. And I want to mean lel by lel the bird. Okay, I still like don't know what that mean. Yeah, we say like بشوية شوية بشوية شوية بشوية تحمل الواد تعمر الواد which mean like little by little like the river like gets fall. So is that like what it means? Yes. Business. Yes, we say like we have like two proverbs that mean that. It's mean like we have like one بشوية بشوية بالمهل كيف تكلم. So بالمهل كيتكال بو بنجال. Okay, let me send this first. Okay, bad with typing. Okay, بالمهل كيتكال بودنجال. بالمهل is mean like بشوية is like by lel. كيتكال is بدنجال which mean like the eggplant. بودنجال كيتكال is like eaten. So بدنجال is like known when like it's like you cook it like with like water or whatever you cook it. It's like very hot. So you have to eat it like slowly. So you can't like do it at once and eat it like all of it like and it's hot. So this is like it's like same meaning as lil by lil. The bird with his nest. We have like the second one which mean like uh we have like qatra 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 which means drop by drop. كيعمر ود. So here قطرة بقطرة. I forgot the bit. So قطرة قطرة بقطرة. So this is mean like drop by drop, like the I can't really talk. I'm sorry. Do like the river gets full. I'm sorry. Like my voice is like really like shitting on me today. Yes, قطرة بقطرة كيعمر الواد. كيعمر الواد. كي. So you can say also كيعمر. كيعمر الواد. So from region to region, like words might like differ a little bit, but that's okay. This is going to understand you. بقطرة بقطرة قطرة بقطرة قطرة بقطرة كيعمر الواد. قطرة بقطرة كيعمر الواد which means drop by drop the river going to get full. Okay, so yes. Yeah, we do sometimes have like the proverbs that are similar. Yes, actually in Morocco, like over here we say قطرة بقطرة which means drop by drop. شوية شوية is mean like just ليل by ليل. Uh, كيعمر الواد. بلانكا السلام عليكم. لاباس عليك؟ Yes, nokta is like okay. So nokta is just like a dot, a period. Shwiya is like a lel, but qatra is like a drop of water. So over here we say qatra bqatra. Bshwiya bshwiya also we say bshwiya bshwiya. We don't say nokta bnokta, but it's like all of them like the same proverb, same meaning, same usage. You were to use this in the same way. Okay, yeah. Actually, proverbs there are like too many of them. I want actually yesterday to record the second part, but like my voice kind of hurting me. Like I'm trying, like I don't know, like I think I got cold or something. Yeah, probably like I would try something natural, like skinge like ginger or something. But otherwise, we're going to do like a lesson on like natural remedies. Like so, Morocco, like very like known of when people get sick. Like most of people in Morocco, they would like try natural remedies first, and then if they are not going to get well, they go to the doctor. And I'm one of them. Like I really hate it. Like getting like medication. I don't really like medication at all. I don't like anything like like from pharmacy. Just like I don't like that kind of medication. And because I know like maybe it's like good in a way, but like still like I would try like to stay safe and not to get sick. And also like I try like natural remedies first, and if I think something is like major or big, then like I would go to the pharmacy or to the doctor. So, um, of course, like I'm going like to make a lesson, like sharing the remedies like Moroccans known of. Um, yeah. الحمد لله الحلقة مراني عيانة بزاف بغات نعس كتر. I'm sorry to hear that. Like if you are like still tired إلا مازال عيانة تقدري تمشي تنعسي شوية كتر حيت باقي الحال. It's like still early so you can like sleep more. I'm sorry that you're sick. I think the weather is like changing, so this is why like people get sick very fast. And same for me. I like yesterday was very hot, so I was like drinking lot of cold water. I think it's like why my voice like it's like really hurts. Shiva, assalamu alaikum, labas عليك. So yes, we do like a lot of like remedies. So for example, if like someone their voice is like hurting them, like they would like do the honey mixed with like ginger, skinjbir والعسل, and we're going to talk about that in Darija more. And for example, if or they're going to do like olive oil with like garlic, and they will like warm it up and people eat it, or like garlic, like cooked garlic with honey, like raw honey, like natural raw honey, and they would like mix it and eat it. For example, like they might squeeze some like lemon with the honey again. So yeah, حتى أنا عيان شوية شيفا. Yeah, everyone sounds like sick these days. Like okay, Blanca is like عيانة شوية, شيفا عيان شوية, حتى أنا عيانة شوية. It's like I think because the weather is like changing, so everyone, alhamdulillah, trying to be good. فيتا صباح النور كي دايرة لاباس عليك؟ Mari, that's good. I don't get sick a lot. Like if I'm sick, it's like just like once a while, or if because of the migraine. The migraine like kills me sometimes. And I still up till now didn't find the right natural remedy for like migraine. If someone knows something natural like is good for migraine, I would try it for sure because I know like anything came from nature wouldn't hurt. Yes, Bahnur. Actually, we just like we're chatting about different things. We haven't like start something about language, and we were just like, talking about like that they are not like allowing people to come to Morocco yet. I'm okay. The weather here is good. حتى هنا الجو زوين. Portugal is like they have like same weather. It's like مزيان. I have migraines. Vita, you too? Migraines are the worst. I've been struggling with them like with migraines for many years, and I didn't know. I thought like at first it's like wisdom teeth, and I like get rid of it. And I thought like my doctor thought like it was like because of I don't see well, and I had glasses, but like it wasn't that the reason why my head is hurting me. So they thought like I don't drink enough water, and I was drinking water. So like finally I discovered it was like migraine. I'm still not sure. It's just like the migraine or something else. You take paracetamol after 20 minutes, you drink coffee. I would try that. Like I heard it like somewhere, but I'm going to try it. But actually, coffee helps. Coffee like somehow helps. Yeah, but I'm going to try this method. Actually, do have. I think I do have it. Like I will look for it. Don't eat chocolate or fat food for the liver. I do eat chocolate. I do eat chocolate. I'm guilty with that. I stopped eating fat food. That's good, actually. Okay, we can talk about this. Like I would say, like so for migraine is like shqiqa. Migraines is shqiqa. Shqiqa is what I do when they are like very strong. I don't eat chocolate. Yes. Actually, when I have migraine, I just like I need like to go to a quiet place and like very like dark place, and I just sleep. I sleep. I just sleep um, till it's gone. It takes a while. Okay, do you guys have any questions about like culture and all of that? I really would love like to hear people's idea for people who went to Morocco first time. What is the thing that you thought it was like going to be in Morocco and surprisingly wasn't? Like for example, the misconceptions that you heard about like maybe Morocco or Islam before you came to Morocco, and when you come to Morocco, you find it like it's totally different. Yeah, probably like yeah, because a lot of words like came from Portugal, I guess. Actually, surprisingly, like a lot of people think that all Muslim countries like are very strict, and you are not allowed to do a lot of things. And when they come here, they find that people are like really open-minded, and they still like understand and all of that. Oh yeah, this is like another misconception. When it wasn't quarantine, actually, I was like always working in the coffees. I mean, like when I was like meeting my students, I was meeting them like in the coffees. When I want to work and concentrate in work, I don't like to work, always like at home. I go to any certain coffee and I would like go upstairs because upstairs always like not crowded, and I would just like focus on work. For me, wasn't good. My first experience, I was in a bad neighborhood in Casablanca with a family very conservative. Yes, the thing is like the small areas. It is like some areas that uh it's like okay, let me check that. Like yes, like when you are like in some bad neighbors, like neighborhoods, like they are like really it's like really bad because they're going to keep like bothering you. Not just because you are foreigners. Same for me. Like when I go to certain places in Sally, the harassment is like it's still something like big here. Like and I'm really like pissed because like we are still like being harassed by guys here, and I don't feel comfortable to wear whatever I want, or like just walk by myself whenever I want. Is like something still here, like same in like some places in Rabat and Sali, that you can just like wear whatever you want and just walk by yourself. um yes, 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 holding hands are okay, like are really okay. You can hold hands in anywhere you want. uh Kissing like on the cheek, on if like there is like a lot of people, you like who would want to avoid like kissing like on public. And I mean like by like um, really making out like it should be like just like not like when a lot of people, especially like in front of old people. الحومة ديالي أنا بوحدي في القهوة وملي وحدة مرة بتدخل في القهوة almost look at her like what are you doing here ولكن أنا مسموحة باش يدخل. Okay, depending on the coffees. Honestly, like I wouldn't like go to the coffees in Sali. I actually go to the ones in Rabat, and I find like girls and guys. But there are some coffees that known are for just men, especially like smoking coffees, and like girls like known like they are not like smoking as much as guys. So already I pick my coffees. Like I pick the coffee that I'm going to go to, and all of them like they are like I sit like very comfortably, like no one like look at me or anyhow. They still like you find like some guys that they will look at you, but I don't care anyway. So yes, actually, if I'm going actually to work to go to any like small cafes, like they have like men who watch like football and all of that, like mainly like coffees, they going to stare at me. And I wouldn't be comfortable. Like I would never go to some tour cafes. So when you this is like why it's like when you go to Morocco, you have to be specific where to go. If you see like some women, so it's mean like it's a mixed coffee, you can go to it. If it's like it's just like for men, it's mean already it's not a good coffee. So and like those guys that they don't have like a job or anything, they would go for like cheap small coffees, and you don't really want to go there like because like the difference in money is like slightly is just like a little bit higher. It's not like too much. So the coffee in normal like cafes that I go to is just like $2, like less than €2. It can be like €2, like slightly more or like slightly less. But I would still like pay for it because I would sit comfortably and just read or like study or do whatever I want. Yes, actually, like I used like to enjoy like teaching in the cafes, like just drinking, enjoying drinks and all of that's why we teaching. The first time I went to Morocco, I was 8. So and since then, a French person. We have a lot of people in Maghreb origins, and I had a lot of them there. I have friends in Maghreb. From and Mary, where do you go to? Like I don't know, like which place you go into. Okay, so my family is still present. I was very surprised in a good way. Supposing if they are in love with you. Yeah, well, it depends actually. Like the experience is like it differ. To be honest, some people are lucky they go to certain places which is like nice. So, for example, if you went like first time, like you went like to Rabat to certain like good areas, you would never like find any bad, any bad like experience because people are very educated and open-minded and all of that. So it's like same. It's going to be the same as in France or any other place. Same for Casablanca. Casablanca are like kind of don't look like polite, but they are still nice. But the like nice areas, like the really nice areas, they are like very open-minded. But of course, if you're going to go to normal areas, it's still like very bad. It's like same for me. Like I went to Casablanca, so I went to nice places where I liked, and some places I really disliked, and people like were like uh like especially guys, they keep like following you everywhere. Yes. However, from 2 years now, I have a great experience. Yes, in Marrakesh, it depending on the coffees. Like I do like there is like some like good cafes and still like you don't have to pay a lot. Same. I remember like I went nice to a really nice cafe in it's not it wasn't like a big one, but it's like in Rabat, and I actually had like croissant, like a croissant, and I had coffee and like the water also, and it was like just 13 dirham, which mean like almost like 1 euro or like one like sterling pound. So it wasn't like really like a bad. It's not like really bad. But if you're going to go like to really nice areas, like where like rich people go, is is more expensive. Okay, Blanca في واحد القهوة one man say to my friend, you guys, you can't be here with her, but my friend saying علاش هي سياحة. ما هي اسمح لي كنت متفكر هي مغربية. Yes, like okay, actually I've never been to the north, so it's like really surprising for me that they are like still having okay, so it's like still here like like some areas, but like not. It's like really surprising for me. Like there's like oh, yes, they might think like you Moroccan. That's why. Beatrice, hi, how are you? What about working in Rabat? It's like the best. Yes, they can. That yes, of course they can. Actually, actually, like like it's so weird that if you are like not a Moroccan, if you are not a Moroccan woman, you can get the position you want. But if you are a Moroccan, you're going to struggle to get to a really good position. And so working in Rabat is like really amazing. I know like a lot of girls that's either like I know like one girl is like from Germany. She's working as a journalist. Girl from Holland. So they really get like a good, you know, you can good find like a good job. I don't know what kind of job you're looking for, but you still going to find any job you want, and you still will pay good. I don't look like a white woman. I see poor people like I never seen my in another country. I see children working. I will have. Yes, actually, this is like okay. So any country have bad and good. I wouldn't say like this is like oh, same for me. Like I've been so many times like being like harassed like since I was little. Like really, since I do remember since I was like probably like 13 or something. If I go by myself, like I was in a certain place in Salim, and it's like they would like harass you, they would like stop you and you know just like force you to talk with them, which is like still like happening up till now. And it's like really ugly stories like harassments, like sexual harassment is like something like way too much in like really it's like really bad in Morocco. And it's like getting it's not getting any less. This is why I tell you a lot of people like you wouldn't find racism what's but sexual harassment. You know, a lot of poor people like thieves. Like you're going to be always you're going to try to be careful that people will steal things from you. And children working, yes, children does work. Like they do work sometimes, like some periods. Bad behavior depending on where you are, but of course, like already like harassment is a bad behavior. I see bad things every day, Katie, but there is a beautiful positive things that's not. It's not a like a perfect country. Beside the economy, and beside like the government is like a bad government, and you know not like a good living position for everyone, but like people like try to adjust. It's not like trying to adjust like to change somehow. It's like changing but like like very slowly when it comes to this area. There's a lovely place, good place, coffee, proxy is like a good always Wi-Fi is all good. Yes, I seem like this is why I like Rabat. Like I'm always going to Rabat. I live in Sali, but actually, for me, Sali is just like a place where I go home and sleep, and then I wake up and I go to work. when it wasn't quarantine, of course, but now like I'm just home and I don't go a lot like outside. But if I want like to go and just like hang out on all of that, I would never like hang out in Sali, because it's not a place that I'm going to hang out in. So I just like go to Rabat and I don't find problems, and I like all the cafes in Rabat. Like most of them, they are like very nice. So if anyone like went to Rabat, I would like just recommend like different cafes, and you go and just like to enjoy like sitting there. Thanks. I will let you know when I start looking for something. Yeah, great. You welcome, Peter. Is like there are like nice and a lot of, especially for people who want like to work as teachers, English teachers or French teachers from outside to Morocco, they would find like jobs very easy in Morocco, especially in Rabat and Casablanca, big cities. Mary, my son, he always gets sad to see kids working. First time, a lot of beggars, like there was like homeless kids, and places that I don't know what it's called. Like they have like a really small houses, and it's like hidden from above with kind of metal. I don't know what's like if you know this kind of houses. And people over there, like they are like really poor, and like they are living day by day, and like it's like hard. Yes, this is why I don't really go. And I would like advise you guys, don't ever like by yourself outside during the night when it's like nighttime. When it's get dark, don't go out. Don't go out by yourself. If you are like in a area, if you are like in a nice area where everyone is out, that's okay. If you are like just by yourself, don't do that. صباح الخير حسان لاباس عليك. Yes, sexual harassment is like it's so bad in Morocco. But are you saying that you're about to? Okay, so it's like very clear. Actually, they are like the old places. So if you're going to go to a neighborhood and you would find guys like standing like doing nothing, just like hanging with the other guys, that area is like already like not a good area, because all the good areas you wouldn't find guys like jobless like standing there doing nothing. So you're going to you would have like to see if like the place is like having like the security, and if like there is not the guys like standing on the wall. When the guys standing on the wall like either smoking or talking, it's mean that area is like a place like where people doesn't have much to do other than standing there like wait, seeing like who's going down, who's going up, and all of that. So it's like you're going to know, actually, Joanna, you're going to know. Hassan, what's topic today? We're talking about Morocco, Hassan. We're talking about like misconceptions. We're talking about the experiences, things to avoid, and how to get out of that situation. I hope this question makes sense. Yes. Okay, Sophia, Salam, how are you? You have to be much more vigilant as women. After a while, it becomes second nature. Right now, though, it is much more dangerous and problematic than usual. People are desperate. I mean, yeah, it's like people are like depend. Like they are like this. You have like to always like be like very careful, and it's like same for me. Like I would like always like walk in the streets and be careful. And if I saw someone like doesn't look like a good guy, I would just like walk faster and try to see like where is too many people and like walk with them. Because when you are alone and just like walking by yourself, you might like you don't know like where they going to came from. But always like even like if you are like very careful, sometimes like it's happened that it have like bad experience. I remember like once I was like walking in a nice area and I never thought that something would happen over there. And it's just like someone came out of nowhere and he started like grabbing my bag, and I was like grabbing it, and he was like And in the end, he ended up like stealing my phone, things from my bag, and I was like, just like, give me the bag, like just give me the things that's in bag. Take the phone, but give me my bag, because I had all my papers and everything. So you don't really know like when something bad is going to happen. But uh, like now I'm like very careful whenever like I walk. I would try to go and walk with people are like already there, because most likely not like it's not going something bad is going to happen to you if you are already with too many people, even if you don't know them. It's like if they are walking, just like walk behind them or like in front of them, and you just don't go by yourself. I plan to mail many of my belongings to Fez before I arrived. Is sending me or posters a challenge? I will be sending the items to a very rare area. You have to ask him, Ben, you have to ask like your guy, because so it's going to take like a while. It's going to take a while to be arrived, but I'm not sure if it's DHL. Yeah, so I'm glad that Zageta answered. Because we do have like Amana, like something is called Amana and all of that, but like rural areas like really take a little bit of time. Do you like Tamara? Is it safe to take the train commute to Tamara to Rabat? Okay, so Tamara, I went there like twice. Uh, do you mean like living in there? So there are places in Tamara like that are good, and some places doesn't look good for me. Like when I went there. But if like you're going to work to Rabat, and yes, you can do that. There is like a bus. There is like a bus, I think, and also there is like the train. If you are like living by the train, it's going to be fast, like probably like just like 1 euro. I think it's just like 1 euro to go from there, depending on where place you're going to work in Rabat, actually, honestly. Yeah, it's like good when you ask like the embassy, because embassies like mostly know like which thing is like best for like sending things. Yeah, but overall, actually, like it's like really good whenever like you go to a new country, even like if it's like have a bad like a repetition or good repetition. Either way, you still have like to be always careful when first time you come to Morocco, and you would have to be like very like your eyes like wide open about like scams. If you're going to rent like a house, make sure to know like the neighborhood is like really good first, and then like make sure that you're going to sign paper, like not to give just the money, and you know but like you probably wouldn't have problem with rents. But like what I would advise you, if you're going to Marrakesh, just avoid like people. Yes, actually Airbnb, and there is like Avito is like a website. So yes, these like two are like good. Also actually there is like a good Facebook group is like Americans women, like specifically just for women, Americans women in Rabat, and there is like Americans women in Morocco in general. So it's like if you Google that, like they are like very helpful, and people like share experiences and give recommendations and all of that. They are like very they really help people a lot. Yes, actually, yes. It's like yes, this is like it's really good when you use like this website. It's like really nice. It's like really good to be careful about everything when you come. It's not like because Morocco is bad or anything, but you will always find like scammers and all of that. Okay, do you guys have any more questions? And by the way, since the Wi-Fi is good, yeah, you all know like about like the paid WhatsApp plus Facebook group that I created. The program is going to be like 12 hours during the week. It's like hours, like it's 3 hours. The first hour is going to be presenting the lessons. We're going to start like from beginning. The second one is going to be more about practice and exercises and trying to understand everything. And the third hour is going to be about producing and talking and see if you have like any language barrier and all of that. And during the other days, we're going to keep like sending audios during the WhatsApp and practicing more. And it's like very good program if you want to learn. It's like with a very good price. It's like just like monthly. It's not like a lot of money. So for people who want like to join this group, and you have like to join before like Friday. Friday is the last day to join, because we're going to start like from the beginning, from like absolutely like beginning. We're going to start like from from like the vowels, from everything. So yes, Rita, I'm going to send you the information. For even anyone like interested, you can contact me through my Gmail and give you all the information needed. But no worries, if you are like want to join later, you still can join, because everything is going to be recorded like in a video like format, and it's going to be in the Facebook group. And the documents also is going to stay there. So whenever like someone new is going to come of like to the group, they will still find everything like numbered and organized. For people who want like to do like just 1 month and don't want like to do the next month or something, or they are like tight on money, this still can like stop during that period. That's okay. You can like join or leave whenever you want. So yes. But for more details, like it's better to contact me through my Gmail so I can send you all the information. And yes, booking is not good to use in Morocco if you want to get a real. Honestly, like I am one of the believer, when I want like to buy something or like do something, I don't like order just because I'm like always it's like late, or like something is like wrong. So I just like I I really like just like when I like want something, I go and ask, and I see like the real love. Like some people like I know like they're not going to scam me. Like so, for example, Riyadh. If you there is like famous Riyadh or like known like places. Doesn't have to be like expensive. You go and talk with them, and let's say you don't have to worry, because like already like your husband going to be with you, so you're going to go talk with them, like be this like you sign like a contract, and it's like about like how much money you give or how much money you will need to give like later, and what time, what period, who signed, like, and they are like going to a certain place where they like sign everything and just like step it. But for jobs, there are like opportunities for jobs, uh, especially like in like big cities, like in Rabat, like in Casablanca, Marrakesh, Agadir, maybe also. Sali, there are not much work in Sali. Um, so it's like Sali, like it has like just like not like a very big like big like for example schools that going to pay you like extra. It's still like they will pay good, but not that good. But it's like it's also like smart when you like for example live in somewhere which is cheap and go work in somewhere which is like can pay you more. For example, pictures when you said like Tamara. So Tamara, there's like some places like which is not expensive, and so if you're going to live there, it's going to be nice. If you're going to rent or whatever, and go like to work in Rabat and come back, it's like much better than like you're going to do the calculation to say like if you go in if it's going to work for you. So because like rent in certain places in Rabat is expensive. For example, you would like hear about Agdal and which is like Center is like not much. So it depending on the place in the area. If it's like very nice, clean, safe area, of course it's going to be more expensive. Yeah, already we've like finished like the hour. If you guys have any more questions, please ask me before I go. For Ghazaya, I will send you the information needed. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I think that's it for today. I hope. Okay. Okay. By the way, we're going to try again and go live area than we normally do. So it's we. I will try to be live at 8 Moroccan time or 8:30. I'm going to let you know like on the WhatsApp group and also on the Facebook page. So I will just like put the information there. I'm sorry, my voice is like sound weird, but I hardly talk. Like literally doing like an effort to talk. It's like it's just like hurts. Yes, thank you guys for being here. If you have any questions, like just like collect your questions. I'm going to be like very happy to answer if any question you have. So yes, whenever like you are confused about something or you are interested on something or you want to talk about certain thing, you can if you want like to Gmail me that before and not saying it in comment section, you can always do that. And so yes, like inshallah, yes, Rabat is like a nice calm place to stay in. They later like I do like Rabat. Actually, it's like one of my favorite cities. Rabat and Mohammedia. Mohammedia is like near, it's like between Rabat and Casablanca, and it's like really nice, and people are like open-minded and all of that. But yes, guys, thank you for being here. I see you tonight. Take care. السلام عليكم ونهاركم مبروك. ونشوفكم إن شاء الله في الليل. سلامة. باي باي. إن شاء الله.